Aming hapon! Wow. This is pink cherry blossoms. The tree is filled with white cherry blossoms. Welcome to Mrs. G Adventures channel. And for today's video ay susubukan kong tikman. This is my first time trying this pure honeycomb. Tikman natin kung anong lasa nito. Pinili namin to sa farmer's market. This is a local product. Yan dyan ang malapit sa amin, Yardville, New Jersey. Madaming ano dito. Ano bang tawag dito sa gumagawa ng honey? Hindi gumagawa yung produce ng honey, especially mga farmers. So, this is a family-owned honeycomb or honey business. So, we bought this for $14.75. Tikman natin. Ayan, tingnan nyo. Buksan natin kung anong lasa nito. Tikman natin. And, para maano natin, mabigyan natin ng score. Kung ano ang lasa, masarap ba o kung ano ba. Okay? Let's get to it. Ayan. Subukan na natin buksan. Ang ating matikman. Oh my. Oh my goodness. Let's cut a little piece. Let's cut a little piece. Wow. Tingnan nyo, lumabas na. Oh my. Oh my. Ayun, tingnan nyo. Wow. Here, you wanna try it? No, just wash your push it, look. Sit. Try it. It's real good. Oh mommy. It's good to buy. It's only a little wax. What is honey? Honey is a sweet and viscous substance made by several bees, the best known of which are honeybees. Honey is made and stored to nourish bee colonies. Bees produce honey by gathering and then refining the sugary secretions of plants, primarily floral nectar, or the secretions of other insects, like the honeydew of aphids. This refinement takes place both within individual bees through regurgitation and enzymatic activities, as well as during storage in the hive through water evaporation that concentrates the honey sugar until it's thick and viscous. Honeybees stockpile honey in the hive. Within the hive is a structure made from wax called honeycomb. The honeycomb is made up of hundreds of thousands of hexagonal cells into which the bees regurgitate honey for storage. Other honey-producing species of bee store the substance in different structures, such as the pods of wax and resin used by the stingless bee. Honey for human consumption is collected from the wild bee colonies or from the hives of domesticated bees. The honey produced by honeybees is the most familiar to humans, thanks to the worldwide commercial production and availability. The husbandry of bees is known as beekeeping or apiculture, with the cultivation of stingless bees usually referred to as meliponiculture. Honey is sweet because of its high concentration of monosaccharides, fructose, and glucose. It has the same relative sweetness as sucrose or table sugar. One standard tablespoon is 15 ml of honey provides 100 kilojoules or 46 kilocalories of food energy. It has attractive chemical properties for its baking and distinctive flavor when used as a sweetener. Most microorganisms cannot grow in honey, and sealed honey therefore does not spoil. Samples of honey discovered in archaeological contexts have proven edible even after thousands of years. Honey use and production has long and varied history, with its beginnings in prehistoric times. Several cave paintings in Cuevas de la Araña in Spain depicts human foraging for honey at least 8,000 years ago. While Apis mellifera is an old world insect, large-scale meliponiculture of New World stingless bees has been practiced by Mayans since pre-Columbian times. Honey is produced by bees who have collected nectar or honeydew. Bee value for honey for its sugar, which they consume to support general metabolic activity, especially that of their flight muscles during foraging, and as a food for their larvae. To this end, bees stockpile honey to provide for themselves during ordinary foraging as well as during lean periods, as in overwintering. During foraging, bees use part of the nectar they collect to power their flight muscles. The majority of nectar collected is not used to directly nourish the insects, but it is instead destined for regurgitation, enzymatic digestion, and finally long-term storage as honey. During cold weather or when other food sources are scarce, adult and larval bees consume stored honey, which is many times as energy-dense as the nectar from which it is made. After leaving the hive, a foraging bee collects a sugar-rich nectar or honeydew. Nectar from the flower generally has water content of 70 to 80% and is much less viscous than finished honey, which usually has a water content around 18%. The water content of honeydew from aphids and other true bugs is generally very close to the sap on which those insects feed and is usually somewhat more dilute than nectar. One source describes the water content of honeydew as around 89%. Whether it is feeding on nectar or honeydew, the bee sucks this runny fluids through its proboscis, which delivers the liquid to the bee's proventriculus, also called the honey stomach or honey crab. This cavity lies just above its food stomach, the latter of which digests pollen and sugars consumed by an individual honeybee for its own nourishment. And that's all for today, lovelies. I hope you learned something from this video. See you all next time in my upcoming videos. Bye for now and God bless you all. Bye-bye.